Welcome to Lighthouse 182.5 audio series. Imagine yourself in ancient India, surrounded by lush forests, majestic rivers, and wise sages. One such sage, Agastya, has captivated the imagination of people for centuries. His stories offer a fascinating window into ancient Indian wisdom and its relevance in our modern world. Today, we will delve into the life and teachings of Agastya and discover how his wisdom can guide us in our own lives. Sage Agastya was born from the radiance of the sun and Varuna deities. Being born of gods, Agastya was not tainted by any physical desires or bodily flaws related to the earthly realm. Not only were qualities like wisdom, penance, and purity inherent in him, but he also conquered his senses, gave up food, and began to grow slowly through the power of yoga. To create higher realms for the Pitruk Devatas, Agastya married Lopamudra, the princess of Vidarbha. As per Brahma's command, he took the daughter of sage Kavera as his second wife, who became the KaveriRiver by Vishnu's order. Once Agastya went to some kings seeking wealth, but they all said they did not have as much wealth as he asked for. At that time, Ilvala was the ruler of Manimati city. He had a brother named Vatapi. Both of them possessed demonic powers and could transform into any form. A Brahmin refused to give them a mantra knowing their demonic powers. Angered by this, they invited that Brahmin home under the pretext of performing ancestral rites. Ilvala transformed Vatapi into a goat and fed its meat to the Brahmin. In those times, it was customary during ancestor worship rituals to sacrifice a goat, offer it to the ancestral deities, and for the Brahmin to consume a small portion of it as blessed food. Later, when Ilvala called out Vatapi to come out, Vatapi burst out of the Brahmin's stomach. They killed many Brahmins this way. When Agastya came to Ilvala seeking donation, he too was fed Vatapi transformed as a goat meat. After eating Vatapi, Agastya rubbed his stomach thrice, saying, Vatapi Jirnam, Vatapi Jirnam, Vatapi Jirnam. Jirnam means digested. Vatapi was digested inside. No matter how much Ilvala called, Vatapi come, no one came. Frightened, Ilvala gave a lot of wealth to Agastya. When the gods sought Agastya's help to destroy the Kalakeyas, he drank up all the ocean water in his palm. Then Indra destroyed the Kalakeyas. When Rama visited Agastya's ashram during his forest exile, Agastya gave him a bow made of Vishnu's radiance, an inexhaustible quiver with infallible arrows, and two swords. During the Rama Ravana war, it was Agastya who taught the Aditya Hridayam to Rama. He also presented wonderful ornaments after the victory. Once, a king named Nahusha became Indra by performing many yajnas and charities. But after reaching heaven, he became arrogant and demanded that Indra's wife, Sachi Devi, accept him. Hearing this, on the advice of the divine guru Brihaspati, she asked Nahusha to come in a palanquin carried by sages. In his haste to reach Sachi Devi, Nahusha poked Agastya, who was in front carrying the palanquin, saying Sarpa Sarpa, that means move quickly. Then Agastya cursed him to fall to earth as a serpent. Thus, Agastya had the spiritual power to punish even one who was in Indra's position. There is another story illustrating Agastya's greatness. Once he performed a yajna for 12 years, but during that time Indra did not send rain. This led to crop failure and a situation where they could not feed those who came for the yajna. Seeing this dire situation, Agastya threatened that if it did not rain by the next evening, he would use his spiritual power to take over Indra's position and send rain to earth. Frightened by this, Indra came and apologized, created instantly sprouting grains, and provided food to people. This is how Indra satisfied Agastya. Then the peaceful Agastya honored Indra. As the sun was revolving around Mount Meru, the Vindhya mountain became angry, thinking, why is he not revolving around me? Vindhya started growing enormously. To prevent calamity to living beings, Agastya crossed that mountain going south and ordered, stay like this without growing until I return. He never returned north, so it stopped growing. This is an example of his greatness. After leaving Kashi and coming to the south, Agastya worshipped Bhimeshwara at Draksharama. Then Kashi Vishweshwara told Agastya, I will stay here. You also stay here. This will become famous as South Kashi, and thus alleviated Agastya's sorrow of leaving Kashi and gave him peace. While traveling in the south, Agastya visited the Mahalakshmi temple at Kolhapur and composed a stotra praising her. Pleased with that stotra, the goddess appeared to him and blessed him, saying, you will be born as Vyasa in the 29th Mahayuga. When King Indradyumna was performing penance, Agastya tested him, made him commit an offense, and cursed him to be born as Gajendra. Thus, Agastya became the cause for one of the greatest episodes in the Bhagavatam. Like this, the Puranas have praised the great soul, saying he was a guide to many in numerous situations. All right, listeners, it's time for our Agastya challenge. Get ready to test your knowledge about this legendary sage. We have got a question for you. Which epic hero did Agastya meet and give divine weapons to during his forest exile? Now, participate in our 2024 Sweepstakes Contest by answering the question and submitting your entry in the comments section immediately. Thank you all once again. See you soon. Bye.